Having a phone feels like a blessing and a curse because, on one hand, you have access to all of the information in the world. And then on the other hand, like you go down so many dark paths. You go down so many addictions. And social media specifically, it's like I want you to think about this for a second. What if I told you that I can predict your future? And I told you that the life you're living right now in 5 years, it won't look extremely different. Are you willing to settle for that? The life you're living right now, like, it isn't going to be significantly different in the next 5 years. Like, is that something you're actually willing to settle for? And I'm telling you, like, it is so easy just to hide behind your phone. Like, that is the way it's designed. And I won't lie, like, it's so, like, brilliant. It's great. Like, the way that technology has evolved over time. Like, I was born in 2004. I'm 21 years old. Not like an unk or anything, but like just seeing technology evolve over time, especially with AI as well. Like the beginning of like when AI was first initially released, like you were just getting like responses from a chatbot, and you can't even tell the difference between an AI video and something that's real. Like that's fucking crazy. And technology is so cool in that way, but then again, like your greatest strength is your biggest weakness. So you have opportunity, like you have endless opportunity on your phone. But then again, you can become a slave to your phone, right? And that's why internally, like you do have to have the self-control and discipline and just like the mental solitude to be able to discern the distractions versus the opportunities. Because it's so easy to justify all of the little things like on social media. Like it's so easy to justify scrolling on your feed if you have like, I hear people say like, if you just follow like educational stuff, it's okay to scroll on social media. Like they can be productive like that, which it might work for some people, but for me, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Like I've justified so many times. And I realize it internally, like you start to justify with logic the things that actually keep you behind and keep you stuck. You start to justify, like no one's looking at me. What if I just scroll for 30 minutes, right? And I live in isolation like 95% of my day. So it's so easy to just scroll. Right? It's so easy just to spend all my time on social media being unproductive and saying that I am being productive, saying that I didn't have anything to do today. When in reality, like it's not the act of scrolling on social media, but more of the principle. It's more of the principle of, because you got to see it like this, right? People scroll on social media when they are trying to they're trying to mask a real life emotion that they're feeling in real time. Whether that be boredom, whether that be stress, whether that be anxiety, something significant that they don't want to deal with in their life that they can't even define yet. That's a problem they can't define. And they mask it through social media because it allows you just to steal someone's identity temporarily when you're scrolling in your feed. Because that's what, like you watching other people's lives, like your feed is so designed towards you. And it comes to a point like, is this a specified feed towards my interest, or are my interest, specified based on my feed, right? Like you start to not even understand what your true reality is, and you don't even know who yourself is because you just consume so much. You have the thoughts and beliefs of everyone else around you on your feed, on your phone that you don't even know, and you don't even know yourself. And like it comes to the point where you have a realization saying like, what the fuck? Like I don't even know who I am. I don't even know what my own beliefs are. I don't even know, like, you really ask yourself, like, there's a lot of bullshit online, and I've grown to learn that someone can say the most ridiculous statement, but if they say it in a way that makes them, it is convincing, is what's the word for this? If they say it in a way that's persuasive, with conviction, with authenticity, maybe they're wearing a shirt that you like, you're gonna believe them. Like everything works on a subconscious level. And it gets hard to discern the good and bad information. And you go so tied up with other people's thoughts that you don't even know what your own thoughts are. You get so tied up with other people's lives that you start to just not care about your life. And that might be the very fact that you feel stress. And every time that you feel that stress, you go to social media. And it's just an endless cycle that just happens over and over again. It's tough. It really is tough. Because it's so normalized. It's so normalized. I remember even in social settings when I was with my boys, like just in high school, like just hanging out with my boys, right? If we weren't doing anything, like I just see one of my boys pull out their phone and start scrolling on social media, and I did it myself because, you know, you are a product of your environment, and you're gonna replicate and you're gonna mirror the behavior of the people around you, right? That's just basic human psychology. So I would just mirror, like, I've always been the type to like not really feel like I would fit into certain situations socially. So like I would just like mirror the emotions, the actions of people around me. And that was the emotion that I started to mirror. Like, and you see that on a mass scale. Like, go outside, walk around. I live in a big city, Miami, Florida. And even when I lived like on my college campus back in Richmond, Virginia, like I would just walk around and see every single student just unconsciously just sleepwalking and scrolling on their phone. It's so demoralizing. It's so demoralizing. You just like take a step back to look at it and you're like, holy shit, we're being so controlled. That's why I say it's like your biggest strength is your greatest weakness as well. Like you have access to everything on your phone. You have so much opportunity. You can connect with so many people. Yet again, you can fall into these traps where you don't even know who you are. You don't even know, like, are you doing the actions? Are you reaching out to these people for your own incentive? Or are you doing it for the benefit of someone else? It comes to a point where you just have to understand, like, what are your true intentions? Who do you want to be? And like really defining, like, what does this state look like for you in the next like 5-10 years, right? Are you a person who wants to be a constant consumer? Like consumerism is, it's crazy. It really is crazy. Like just driving around, I saw like this long ass line, driving back to my apartment. I saw like this long ass line. I'm like, what's going on? Like it's a Monday afternoon. And it was a line outside for Popeyes. I guess they're like releasing a promo or some shit, but like, are you fucking serious? Like people will spend their time, attention, like I guarantee like people had to like, you know, get off work early for that. I mean, you can understand like the Popeyes demographic, but you know, they have real life struggles to worry about, but instead they choose to put their time towards a fucking Popeyes line. And that just makes you see how brainwashed and controlled we are. And everything is done on a subconscious level through marketing, right? Like it's interesting. I you know, when I do catch myself scrolling, because I'm not perfect by any means, like I do catch myself scrolling at sometimes. I do catch myself subconsciously just, you know, or matter of fact, unconsciously just open up social media when I feel like bored or stressed. And, you know, when you understand the deep levels of marketing on a subconscious level, like you understand the little things that companies do to intentionally grab your attention, right? And it gets even worse with AI. And like back to my like little rant with AI, but like it gets even worse because these AIs are like collecting all of your data without you even realizing it. And like they are literally designing your feed so specifically towards you. Like they're showing you prices based on like what they know you can afford, which is crazy. But it makes it hard to even enjoy your own life. Like it really does. Like it just doesn't feel like you're living your own life until you just detach. Until you just detach. I was looking outside my balcony yesterday. I live on the 51st floor of a high rise here in Miami. And it sounds kind of ratchet, but I promise like the area I live in is fairly nice. But right next to me, there's a prison, like that's a prison. And I was just thinking like, damn, you know how much of a shock it would be if I just put myself in a prison cell for a day? Like you wouldn't have a phone, you wouldn't have like, or not like a day, but like, I was just like trying to like grab the perspective of a prisoner in there. They don't have a phone. They don't have anything that they need to work. Like if someone has like a life sentence, bro, like they're not worried about any responsibilities, right? They're not worried about anything that's happened on socials. And that's like, funny enough, like that's what I crave from someone who's locked up right now, is not feeling any external pressure, like any false pressure from social media. Because another thing with that as well, like you're constantly comparing yourself to others, constantly. And it just makes you not even understand what your actual reality is. Like what I was saying about, like your thoughts and beliefs are bestowed upon you against people you don't even know personally on a personal level, and you don't even know what your own thoughts are. I'm thinking like those people in there are like they just have their own thoughts. Of course, like they fit into their environment in prison, but just to say like without your phone, if you just consume your own thoughts, like that's who you like you're truly gonna realize yourself. The problems you face of loneliness, the problems you face of just like, you know, not being content with just sitting alone in silence, those are problems you have to face later down the line. Like I promise, any personal problem you face within your own personal life will show up in other ways in your life, whether it be a relationship, whether it be work, whether it be you know, within your own training regimen. It shows up in other ways. Because one thing you have to understand is like how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you cannot break your addiction to social media, then it's gonna show up in other ways in your life that will actually impact you very heavily. And it's I'm telling you, it's so easy to justify. It's so easy to say like until tomorrow, or like just, you know, for this period of my life, like I don't really have like the you know, I don't know what to do better with my time. But I'm telling you, like anything is better to do with your time than just like endlessly scrolling. Right? Like take the time to actually wake up and ask yourself, like, what do you actually want? Like, who are you? And that's not something you find out overnight. But like in the pursuit of becoming your best self, you will find who you really are. The pursuit of really like pushing yourself physically and mentally, you will really understand who you are. You will understand yourself to the T. I think self-mastery should be everyone's priority. Because in my head, like I just feel like everything stems from self-mastery. Like think about it as a pyramid, right? Self-mastery is on top, and everything else is affected by that, right? Your personal life, your mental health, your physical health, your relationships, your job, right? Like everything is impacted based on your own self-mastery. And I promise, like just like work on yourself, set a goal within your you know, your own physique. That's why I really fell in love with marathon running. I've ran a marathon last year. I'm gonna do 2 this year. And always in the pursuit of really pushing myself mentally, I find myself like having success and balance in other areas of my life that I care about. Every other area of my life has no other choice but to increase to that standard that I set for my physical health. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. But yeah, I want to leave this video off here, and thanks for watching.